Right, hi. This is the commentary on Stick Infinite. I just got done with it yesterday. It is currently the 30th of November. I think this is probably going out on February 14th or 15th, 2023. So, yeah, I'm recording this quite a while in the future. But this is just a quick commentary on everything that went into making Stick Infinite. So I guess I'll start this off with a bit of backstory. So I did the first Stick season last year, and I thought it was okay. And I was planning on doing a about 10-minute episode of Stick, and then about halfway through doing it, I had about 6 minutes fully finished, half of the files corrupted, and I lost everything. So I kind of adapted what I had left into this compilation season, and currently we're about to get into the intro, which is all the footage that I had left over from the longer episode I was making. Alright, so the intro, as I said, this is all just the footage that I had planned to use in the longer episode, and there's actually quite a bit of footage I do still have, which I didn't end up using. So this sequence, I was planning on using Smash Mouth All-Star, but then I decided I wanted to keep it more original, so I went on Fiverr and got a great guy, his name is up on screen right now, to sing this song here and also a song later on in this intro. And I'm really happy with it. It turned out really nice. This shot here, this was absolutely hell to animate. I think I did 8 takes of it, just making sure I didn't bump anything and all that. It was so annoying. And then I also added some extra 2D elements on top just to make that water pop a bit more, because it was kind of blending in with the background a bit otherwise. All this is quite simple. Took a long time though, just because there's so many different scenes. And you can see here I've done a bit of 2D animation on some of the shots. You can see the smoke coming out from behind the mini here. Honestly, not too bad. It works. These next two shots, or next two kind of scenes, were a lot longer originally, but they kind of got a bit drawn out, so I just cut them down a bit. This shot originally did have him in the elevator, and then later someone else got in, and it was supposed to be kind of awkward, but didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, and I tried refilming it a few times, but just couldn't quite get it right, so I decided to just end up going with what I have here, and I think it's good still. Not ideal, but it's fine. For whatever reason, I had some really bad issues with light flicker on this set. I still don't really know why, but this shot right here, that shot, I had to film that like 5 times, even though it's so simple, just because I kept on getting mad light flicker. And now, this is probably where I spent most of my time, honestly. This took ages. You can hear, for starters, there's the music in the background. That's the same guy as before. And that is a Down Under Men at Work cover. I did the instrumentals, he did the singing, obviously. Really good, quite like it. And then you can see, once again, I've got the 2D element again, and I actually decided to do that over the letterbox bars, and yeah, it's fine. It's a bit bad at sometimes, but I think it's pretty good. Some nice camera moves in this little sequence, which I think is nice. This shot was really hard. There's a short on my channel about how I did this, and I had to do this like so many times. I found that really hard for some reason. getting into... Now this was actually really hard, because I had to get the cloud to go behind this wall and stuff, which isn't too hard, but just because of a few other things and some stylistic choices, it became quite hard, and I actually had to that wall there, that is part CG, just that little bit there, which I don't think you can notice, so I'm pretty happy with that actually. You can see the bars zoom out with the camera movement, which works quite well because I couldn't work out a way to transition out. A nice detail I like is I've got some things here. I've got a Halo blade there. I've got a Darth Vader helmet. There's something Ninjago looking there. Honestly, this set looks quite nice. I got a really nice wide angle attachment which I used for this scene, which worked so well. Now this shot here isn't in any of my things I released, but for certain reasons I just couldn't release this film in the end, and I felt it was a bit of a waste, so I've just used this shot as one of the shots on the TV as he's flicking between channels. And then this was meant to be the intro for STICC Season 2, but then once again things got changed, so that just became that. Okay, now into STICC Tries Boxing. So this is obviously in a real world setting, which was quite interesting. A lot of masking to get rid of rigs and stuff, but I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I'd spent a lot of time on getting it to just look clean, I suppose is the best way of saying it. And it's simple, but I like it. Now this is still a one-shot fight scene, which I cannot tell you how many headaches this gave me. And I did film another version of this after, so I filmed this twice. The second version I didn't like as much, and I've gotten rid of that just because I was so done with it. So I ended up going with this version, even though I don't like it too much at some points. But you know, there's some good parts of it, and it's fine. Just simple thing with the group figure. And then, so this was actually made for TikTok. So I was thinking of, I need to have something cool, because I realized TikTok these days is such a good way to market yourself. So I was scrolling through TikTok, and I was thinking of what would work well if I posted it on TikTok to try and promote everything else. And this is what I came up with. This is using the Sticky Bones figure, and it's a really cool figure. Very posable. I used some interesting techniques with this. It's probably the most stylized thing I've ever made. And once again, this is someone from Fiverr doing the voice acting, which is really, really good. Name on screen right now. Pretty happy with that. I really like that. Just all simple. I think I filmed this in about a month, which is really quick for me to do a 30-second thing where it kind of changes scene every few seconds. So I filmed this as like a side project for about a month. Pretty happy with it. Now we have kind of one of my Creature Comforts rip-offs with an ostrich. Pretty simple. The animation was I did this without using any playback on my animation, because I wanted to kind of copy that Creature Comforts aesthetic, I suppose. There's some bits where it's almost intentionally bad. There's some bits where it's just bad animation as well, though. I was tempted to put this in like 340p just to make it even more like that, but in the end I decided to just keep it at the 1080 just so people could actually watch it. This was pretty much the first thing I filmed. I actually filmed this at the start when I was making season 1. Pretty bad, but it's there. This was going to be more. I was going to have some voices and stuff, but I just decided to put this in anyway. There's a few things in here which I'm not too happy with, but I just wanted to get this out of the way just because I was so done with it after I lost all the footage and stuff. So this is a bit boring as well, but you know, it's just something. It's something that's there, and it may as well be. And this was made ages ago. This was just a throw in. And then we should have one final thing, and I'm really happy with how this final bit turned out. So I filmed all of this next 30 seconds or so, in a day, and it was one 18-hour day of animating, and honestly my back still hurts from it. I did it about a week ago. It was hell, but I quite like it. Lots of using a wide angle attachment for these shots and things, just to get close up. Once again, going for quite a clean look, like when I did the Stick Tries boxing. Simple stuff. Any falls and that. And then that is basically it. So as I'm recording this, this hasn't come out yet, so I have no idea if people like it, if people hate it, if anyone saw it. Hopefully some people saw it. And there's the credits. The next thing that I'll be working on will be STICC Season 3, I suppose. I've got some ideas for it so far. It's going to be quite a different style, and I'm pretty excited for it. Here are some of the posters and stuff that I've done for it. This is one of them. And then these are all the other STICC Infinite versions as well, actually. There's quite a few. So yeah, thanks for watching. Go check out the STICC channel where you can find stuff, and yeah, thanks.